We are halfway through summer, and if you're anything like me, you probably had so many plans, but somehow the weeks flew by and it's already mid-July.
So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys over 50 bucket list ideas that will help you create your dream summer. Whether you're looking for adventure, creativity, nostalgia, or just to be able to leave your house, this video is for you, and I hope it gives you inspiration. And while you're watching this, I do challenge you guys to write down 5 things that you want to do before the summer ends. But with that being said, let's get into it because I am very excited. I went ahead and put these activities into different categories, and the categories are main character summer, activities that help you feel like a kid again, friendship summer, Pinterest summer, and memorable summer. And I feel like having different categories helps you create a guide on how you could have the best summer ever. Also, I am very sunburnt on my nose. It's peeling. So if you could see anything on my nose, I am sunburnt. You could tell that I'm already having fun this summer, right? Actually, no. I got my sunburnt from camping out night 2 for Ari at the Forum. Did I get tickets? No. I was so upset, guys. You don't understand. I am a huge Ari fan, and I didn't get to see her, and I got sunburned for it. Anyways, let's hop into the video. Up first, we have activities that will help you feel like you are the main character, and I feel like the summertime is the perfect time to do this because it is so easy to romanticize. So let's hop into the ideas. First, we have waking up early and watching the sunrise. I feel like you could go to the beach, the park, or even to the mountains, like in a cute little hiking spot, and just see the sunrise, and I feel like it could be so beautiful and very relaxing, and it's also not that hot in the morning, so I feel like it would be perfect. Then we have create a summer playlist. I love playlists. I feel like each season has like a dedicated like vibe with music, and the summer always gives like such fun vibes, and having a playlist to like get ready to or just hang out with friends is so cute. So then I have take yourself on a solo coffee or matcha date. I feel like this gives such main character energy just because you're spending time with yourself and you're just enjoying your own company. You could even take a book or journal and just like people watch. I also really love doing that. So going to a coffee shop could be so much fun. And kind of along the lines of that, you could also go read a book at a park. I think that is such like a cute activity to do. I love reading, and I do have a few books that I have on my summer TBR that I will be reading at the park. But yeah, I just feel like this activity is so much fun. You could just spend time outdoors with yourself and just enjoy nature and a good book. You could also buy yourself flowers. That again also screams main character energy. You could go to the store and buy yourself like cute roses, cute tulips, whatever you like, and just give it to yourself. You could also journal outside, and I really love to journal. I feel like it's very relaxing, it's very calming, and again, you are spending time with yourself, which again gives main character energy. You can also watch the sunset somewhere new. This could also be again at the park, at the beach. Sunsets are always so beautiful, and they're different each time, so I feel like collecting like a camera roll of sunsets would be so cute. You can also have a no phone afternoon. I know I am super guilty of having a high screen time, and maybe you are too, so you could go ahead and just go without your phone for an afternoon and just do some hobbies that you've been wanting to do. You could write a letter to your future self. I feel like this is so cute. I always do this at the beginning of the year, but writing one during summer and then just opening it a few years later could be so much fun. And following along with like dates, you could also take yourself on a solo bookstore date. Again, I love reading and I love books, so this activity would be so much fun. So if you love reading and if you love books, this one's for you. And lastly, you could film a bunch of little clips of all your summer and then create like a cute montage at the end and just keep it for like memories. I feel like that could be so cute, and it could be like a short little film starring you. I don't know, it could be so cute. Up next, we have activities that help you feel like you're a kid again, and this category is honestly my favorite. I feel like as we get older, we tend to forget how fun life is supposed to be, since we're always focused on working, being productive, studying, or whatever life throws at us, and we tend to forget to lean into our childlike self. And summer is honestly supposed to be fun, so these are activities that will help you achieve that. So you could start and build a blanket fort. I used to make these so much when I was a kid, and they were so much fun. I just loved like making a fort and watching a movie under it, and you know, I want to do that again. It's just so nostalgic to me, just doing that with my cousin and my siblings. Definitely gonna do that this summer. You could also have a water balloon fight. These are so much fun. I have not done these in years, but how fun would it be just gathering all your friends or your loved ones and just having like a water balloon fight? That just sounds like so fun to me. Like you could also even make it into a competition. But I remember being a kid and doing these and just being like so carefree and just like running outside in the grass and just like hitting each other with the balloons. So much fun. Want to relive that again. You could also buy a coloring book. I love coloring, and I feel like this is very like healing for me. It's very relaxing too, so highly recommend. And I feel like when I was a kid, I used to love coloring so much. It was just like a nice little hobby to do, and I feel like as I've gotten older, I started doing that again, and I'm just like, wow, I miss that. You could also go roller skating. I feel like this is such a fun, cutesy activity. I personally am scared of roller skating just because I'm scared of like falling and hitting my face, but I feel like it could be fun. You could also make homemade popsicles. I feel like I used to do this a lot when I was very young, specifically banana chocolate dip popsicles. Those were my favorite things as a kid, and I have not made them ever since, so I feel like that could be very fun to make. You can also get popsicle molds from like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and just create like a bunch of like fruit cute like recipe ones and just have them all summer long. You could also fly a kite. I have never done this, but I would really love to, just having like an afternoon at the park flying a kite. I feel like that could be so much fun, and I know a lot of people used to do that when they were younger. You could also watch your childhood favorite movie. Aquamarine is my favorite summer movie, so I am definitely going to be rewatching that again. Childhood movies to me are like the Harry Potter series, High School Musical series, all the Disney princess movies, honestly. Anything Disney Channel related, perfect. You could also visit an arcade. I have been wanting to do this, and I am definitely going to do it soon. I just feel like having an arcade day could be so much fun. I've recently been wanting to play foosball. So random, but I feel like it could be fun. You could also go mini golfing. This is an activity that I used to do a lot, and it was honestly so much fun, so I highly recommend. You could also make friendship bracelets. I think this is so cute. You could just buy a bunch of beads from like Amazon or like any craft store and just have fun with it. You could also buy sidewalk chalk and just have a time outside creating a bunch of like cute art. I remember this being so much fun as a kid, and just like having your hands all full of chalk and just, I don't know, it was always so much fun, so I definitely would want to do that again. You could also have a sleepover, and you could combine this with like other things like coloring, watching movies, making popsicles, things like that. You could also visit the zoo or the aquarium. I know like during the summer, since a lot of people are not in school, I feel like they have like more activities. I could be wrong, but either way, I feel like going to one of those could be fun. You could also get ice cream from an ice cream truck. I recently did this like a few days ago, and it was so nostalgic just seeing like all the ice creams that they had that I used to get as a kid. And it was so much fun, and I absolutely loved it. Whenever you hear the ice cream truck around your neighborhood, definitely recommend you guys to stop them and get ice cream. You could also have a game night and just play a lot of your favorite childhood board games with your friends or family. My favorites when I was a kid were always Monopoly and Sorry, I believe. And I also really loved Candyland. I feel like that one was so cutesy. Okay, moving on to friendship summer, and I do believe that the summertime is the perfect time to make memories with your loved ones. So you could host a sunset picnic. I feel like picnics are so much fun. I absolutely love them. I just love making cute little like dishes for me and my friends or me and my loved ones, and just spending our times outdoors, taking a bunch of pictures, doing like cute little crafts or hobbies. I really love coloring or painting when I go on picnics. But yeah, they are always so much fun, and I love getting all cutesy for them, so highly recommend. You could also have a themed movie night. You could watch like a bunch of summer movies. Aquamarine is one of my favorite summer movies, and you could just make a theme out of that. You could also even watch Love Island, because I know that is really big. I have been watching it. I am loving it. I just eat up reality TV. But yeah, having a themed movie night could be so much fun with you and your friends. You could also go thrifting and pick out outfits for each other. I feel like that could be so much fun, especially since thrifting could be so rewarding, especially when you find like unique, cute pieces. You could also buy a disposable camera and just take pictures all throughout summer and then create like a cute little photo album of that summer. You could also go on a spontaneous drive and just listen to music. I feel like this could be so much fun. I tend to do this during like sunset or nighttime, and it's just fun like being in the car with your friends or your loved ones and just creating like cute memories, listening to music together, gossiping, literally, you know the vibes. You could also try a new restaurant in your area, or maybe even like a new dessert place or a coffee place, literally just anywhere new. You could also bake together. I really love baking, so I feel like this would be so much fun for me, but you could like bake cookies, brownies, cakes, or any like summer themed treat. I feel like making a sundae would be so like perfect for this, and it's actually something I wanted to do last year but didn't get to, so I'm hoping I get to make a like ice cream sundae this year. You could also have a beach day or go to like a local event or fair. I know my area has a lot of farmer market events where they just like make a night out of it, or you could honestly take a day trip literally anywhere. If you don't know, I live in California, so I feel like we have a lot of things like up north and down south. So if you also live in California, you could also take a day trip. I know Yosemite is very beautiful. You could also go to San Fran or SoCal, like to the beaches, to LA. Literally anywhere in California is super pretty, and you could just make a little cute day out of it. And lastly, for this category, you could also create a summer bucket list with them. I know a lot of people like make poster boards and then like do it together. I feel like that could be so much fun, and you could also make like a little night out of it. But yeah, I do think that what makes these memories special isn't necessarily what you're doing, but who you're spending it with. So I really love that. So if you ever spent hours scrolling on Pinterest and saving a bunch of cute summer pictures, this category is for you, because these activities will actually help you live like your Pinterest mood boards. So up first, you could go ahead and start a summer scrapbook. I feel like these are so much fun. You could collect like a bunch of memorabilia from things that you do throughout the summer, or just collect like a bunch of like cute stickers, cards, literally anything, and just create a cute little scrapbook. You could also press flowers in a journal, and you could get these flowers from like when you buy them for yourself or whenever you go outside to like a park and just pick some cute flowers. I always see pictures like this on Pinterest, and they always look so cutesy, so I would definitely try try that. You could also have a beach picnic. There are so many pictures on Pinterest of people at the beach with like picnics or just having like cute like setups, and I feel like that could be so much fun to like recreate. You could also make homemade lemonade or any like homemade treats. Again, Pinterest has so many like cute aesthetic pictures, and I'm pretty sure they have like a lot of good recipes that you could follow as well. And while you're on Pinterest, you could also create a cute summer mood board. I've said this before, but I really love making mood boards, especially for each new season. I feel like they are always so much fun, and they help me visualize how I want the new season to go. You could also take pictures on a film camera. I feel like I always see like cute aesthetic pictures on Pinterest with a film. You could also visit a farmer's market and buy a bunch of produce and make like a cute little meal out of that. You could also paint outside. You could do like watercoloring, or you could even just like color in a regular coloring book, or honestly paint what you see outside. I feel like that could be so much fun. You could bake a Pinterest recipe. I always love doing this. I feel like it's always so much fun. You could start and decorate a new journal. Again, I love journaling, so just creating like a cute little summer one could be so much fun. You could also try a Pinterest DIY project. I actually have a mood board where I just have a bunch of craft ideas, so I am definitely going to pick like a few of those from that board and just do them randomly throughout the summer. I feel like that could be so much fun. And lastly, we have memorable summer, and these are just activities that are gonna remind you of summer years down the road. So you could go ahead and start a summer memory jar. You could just get a cute little mason jar, decorate it all nice, and just fill it up with all the memories that you make during the summer. And then years down the road, you could just open it, pick out little memories, and just read what you did. You could also take a photo every day. I feel like this would be so nice to like look back on in a few years, especially to see how much you change. You could also use a disposable camera all summer long and then print out the pictures at the end, and then again make a like photo album out of it. This one could be so cute and fun, but you could record 1-second clips of yourself throughout the summer and just like create a montage at the end. You could also watch fireworks. I feel like this could be so fun, especially on 4th of July, and I feel like it's always so pretty to record and just like save that and just create a cute little memory from it. You can also say yes to something that scares you. I feel like this is such a good way to creating a new memory, especially doing an activity that normally is out of your comfort zone, but just like leaning in and just to try something new could be very fun. You can also start a new hobby that you've always wanted to try. This one is also fun, but you could go ahead and start a new summer tradition. Traditions are honestly so much fun, and it could just be nice to start a new one that you could continue on for the next years to share like with your loved ones, your future kids maybe. I feel like that could be very fun. So there you have it, over 50 bucket list ideas that you could do this summer that hopefully inspire you to have the best summer yet. And I did want to mention that these activities don't need to be expensive. Honestly, most of these things I feel like are pretty inexpensive or free depending on things that you have in your house. And it also doesn't have to be perfect. You also don't need to compare to yourself on other people's like summer activities that they do, because I know a lot of people travel during the summer, but you don't need to compare yourself, because I feel like summer isn't about that. It's about leaning into the whimsy, the playfulness, the childlike energy that summer gives. So it doesn't need to look like anyone else's summer. Just as long as you have fun and you create memories, that's all. That's all that matters. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if I left out any summer bucket list ideas that you think I should have mentioned, please leave them down below. I would love to see them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!